Look at that empty windowsill behind me. In 3 days, that's going to be a farm. No dirt, no garden, no backyard, just a jar of water and a little patience. And the last crop on this list? A Chinese study found it helped people clear over 60% more air pollution out of their own bodies from a seed that costs you pennies. Stick around, because by the end of this list, that empty windowsill is going to look like the most valuable real estate in your house. I'm going to tell you something it took me a lifetime of farming to finally believe. You do not need a garden to grow your own food. No plot, no raised bed, not even a single pot of dirt. Now, I love a tomato pulled warm off the vine as much as any man alive, but a tomato makes you wait near on 3 months, and not everybody has 3 months, or the ground, or the back for it anymore. Maybe all you've got is a windowsill and a little patience. Well, friend, that is plenty. Because today, I'm going to walk you through 10 crops you can grow with no garden at all, most of them seed to supper plate in a matter of days, not weeks. And I'm saving the most powerful one of the whole lot for last. So, stay with me, clear to the end. Let's start with one about as humble as they come, the radish. But not the root you're picturing. I'm talking radish grown as a microgreen. You take a shallow tray, a little potting mix or a fiber mat, scatter the seed good and thick, give it a week, and you've got a whole bed of spicy little greens with a bite like fresh horseradish. No thinning, no weeding, no garden. 5 to 7 days, start to finish. And here's the thing, the old-timers would have nodded at those red-stemmed radish greens are rich in anthocyanins, plant pigments that early research suggests may support healthy cholesterol and blood vessel function. A humble little plant doing a mighty job and gone from seed to plate before the week is out. My second pick might be the easiest thing a human being can grow, and you don't need a speck of dirt for it. Garden cress. You can raise it on a wet paper towel, laid on a saucer. The seed wakes up in about a day, and you're snipping peppery little greens in 4 to 7. Sharp, mustardy, wonderful, over a buttered slice of bread, or laid across a fried egg. Cress also carries lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 pigments that settle into the back of your eye and help filter the blue light that wears on it over time. Now here's a trick I learned the hard way, ruined 3 batches before I figured it out. Cut your cress, don't wash it, rinse it after cutting, and it bruises and wilts in a blink. Cut it, eat it, that's the way. Third on the list is arugula, grown small. Out in the open field, arugula is a fussy thing. It loves the cool months and turns bitter and runs to seed the minute summer leans on it. But grown as a microgreen on your sill, you sidestep all of that trouble. You're cutting it in under 3 weeks, nutty and sweet, peppery without the bite, no matter what the calendar says outside. I like a little nest of it laid over a hot supper, the way some folks crown a pizza. I told you some of these come faster than you'd believe. Let me prove it. This next one is so quick that if you started on a Monday, you could be eating it by the weekend. I'm talking about sprouts, plain old sprouts, in a glass jar. A tablespoon or 2 of seed, a wide-mouth mason jar, a mesh lid, and water. That's the entire operation. Mung bean sprouts, the crunchy white ones you've had in a stir-fry, are ready in 3 to 5 days. Alfalfa, a little milder and finer, in about the same. You rinse them morning and night, tip the jar to drain, and watch them come alive right there on your counter. I'll tell you plain why I grow my own. You've seen the headlines every few years. It's another recall, another batch of store-bought sprouts pulled off the shelf. Grow them yourself, in your own clean jar, and you know exactly what's in them. That's the old way you tend a thing with your own 2 hands, and then you can trust it. Now we step it up to shoots, and these are a true marvel. Peas and sunflowers big, easy seeds you plant shoulder to shoulder in a tray, let climb a few inches, and cut while they're young and tender. Every bit of strength that seed packed away to build a whole plant, you harvest right at its peak. Pea shoots taste like spring itself, sweet, green, alive, and they carry lysine, an amino acid your body leans on to mend tissue and build collagen, one that often runs short in a diet heavy on bread and grain. Leave the bottom node be, and they'll even hand you a second cutting. Sunflower shoots are the nutty, crunchy cousin, and here's what'll stop you cold. Ounce for ounce when dried, sunflower greens carry a remarkably complete amino acid profile, with protein levels rivaling meat from a windowsill. Both of them ready in 10 to 20 days. Quick gut check before we keep going. Out of radish, cress, arugula, sprouts, and shoots, which one's already growing in your head right now? Which one you're picturing on your own counter? Hold on to that thought. Drop it in the comments when we're done. I read every one of them. Now, 3 more, and then the one I've been saving. My 8th is the prettiest thing on this whole list, beet microgreens. Deep garnet stems, like little threads of stained glass catching the morning light. And that color isn't just for show. It's betalains plant pigments that researchers are studying for their role in supporting liver health. A small handful brightens a plate and does your body a quiet, good turn. 9th is kale, grown small. Out in the garden, kale is a slow, heavy, stubborn thing. As a microgreen, it's tender and mild and ready in a week or two, sweet enough that even the pickiest soul at your table won't fuss. And here's a little secret to carry into the last pick. Kale is close kin to the crop I've been saving for the end. They come from the very same family and they share the same hidden power. I'll show you the full of it right now. And here it is, the one nearest to my heart and far and away the most powerful thing on this entire list. Broccoli. Grown as a microgreen or a sprout, in a jar or a tray, ready in about a week. I started growing these years back, long before most folks ever heard the word, when money was thin and I wanted real nourishment on my family's table without spending a fortune at the store. Now let me tell you what the science has found since, because it humbles me every single time. Young broccoli sprouts can carry many times more glucoraphanin than a full head of mature broccoli. Some studies have found up to 20 or even 50 times more, depending on the variety and how it's grown. That's the compound your own body turns into sulforaphane the moment you chew it, and sulforaphane is one of the most studied plant compounds out there for switching on your body's own antioxidant defenses. This is no old man's tall tale. In one notable study out of China, in a region thick with air pollution, people who drank a daily broccoli sprout beverage showed a meaningfully higher rate of clearing certain airborne toxins from their bodies, over 60% more, by the researchers' own measure. That's the number I told you at the very start of this video. Other early trials have looked at broccoli sprout extract and markers like blood sugar and inflammation with promising but still developing results. All of that from a single seed on your windowsill, ready in a week, for pennies. My grandmother would have called that a miracle. I just call it Tuesday. So there's your 10 radish, cress, arugula, mung bean, alfalfa, pea shoots, sunflower shoots, beet, kale, and broccoli. Look at your kitchen counter right now. That empty stretch by the sink. That windowsill collecting dust that's not empty anymore. Not in my mind. That's a farm. And here's the thing nobody tells you. Once you've grown one of these, you've basically grown all 10. Same jar, same tray, same few days of patience. The only thing that changes is the seed in your hand. One last word before I let you go. These crops grow fast, warm, and damp, and you'll eat most of them raw, so start with clean seed, clean water, and a clean jar every time. I sanitize my sprouting seed before it ever touches water, and I've laid out that whole method, plus the seed I trust, down in the description below. And if you're pregnant, very young, elderly, or dealing with a weakened immune system, it's worth cooking your sprouts first or asking your doctor before eating them raw. Get those things right, and the rest is just water and waiting. If this opened your eyes to what your kitchen can actually do me a favor, hit like, drop a comment telling me which one you're growing first, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I've got a full guide on the whole microgreen method waiting for you right here. You don't need an acre. You don't need a single row. You just need to begin. This is Elder Jacob, wishing you good soil and a full table. Keep on growing.